So let's get into Dova's replay. I don't think he's here right now, but he told me to just do it and then send him a link to the VOD. So it's going to be a 3v3. I think, is it pre-made? It is. 3v3 with a party. Let's see how long it takes for people to guess the rank of this one. Just going to finish off the stream with this replay review. Okay, so you'll notice initially that we do have a back corner kickoff, or back corner boost being picked up on the right side. And that is a safe turn. I like it. Good corner to take the boost from. Not going to starve your teammate, who's probably landing on the left. And returning back towards the goal, indicating that the kickoff man was probably intending to kill it in the middle. Also like our initial strategy here, this is a good play. So trying to pop the ball off the sidewall, definitely a good idea. Problem here is that we popped it off the sidewall a bit too close to the opponent. Don't be afraid to pop it more sideways in this spot. Instead of like hitting it down the line, just hit it more straight into the wall. Straight the way you were going. Makes it harder for the opponent to reach it. Look how slow regular Rocket League was. Nice boost steal. Could have maybe tried to demo this guy as he was making a run onto this ball. Like you can maybe just demo him clean out the air there. No reason not to try because we are recovering naturally with that play anyway. That's good corner control. Keeping the ball in the corner. Teammates call this off it. Good communication. Okay, we've got a passing option. Just going to pop it instead. Teammate rotates it out. It's also fine. Okay, this touch is probably our first touch this game that didn't really have a plan and probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. So we've just hit it straight into the corner. That's obviously just going to bounce towards a goalkeeper and it's probably going to be a very easy ball for them to collect. Very unlikely that we're going to get anything out of this situation. So what sort of things can we be doing in this spot to make this better for us? Well, anything that hits the ball high is going to be harder for the other team to read. It's worth noting, by the way, that jumping off the wall in this position when you have two players to back you up is perfectly fine. We've got somebody rotating back, we've got somebody middle, so actually jumping off this wall to hit this ball is okay, because we can then fly onto the back wall and recover quite quickly. Like fly onto this back wall after we make the hit, jump, wave dash recovery, maybe get a boost steal or a bump or anything on the way out. So we are actually in a decent spot to commit on this play. Wouldn't say it's a bad idea to just jump off, and like this touch is really good. Gives us lots of options. We can just take a wall shot. We can jump off the wall to center it. We can slow play if the other team are all sitting way back. But yeah, with the backboard being as empty as it is here, we could see we had a quick look. They have no backboard defense. That's definitely where you want to make the play. Goal is defended. Infield pass is somewhat defended. Even if we try and bring this down and dribble it, that's got a player in that area. So I think getting it into the backboard would have definitely been the play here. That would involve just jumping off and centering it. It's what we did here. Although it's a lower risk play, it's also significantly lower reward. And we had the backup to be able to make a risky play here. Even though it wasn't that risky, because of all the positions to jump off walls in offense, this is one of the better ones, because you're going to land on the back wall pretty quick. And Lil Leo, thanks to the Twitch Prime sub, welcome to the stream, man. But yeah, let's fast forward again. The second little blocking touch that we got there was decent. It's better idea. Okay, notice that the ball has spilled free, good commit. Not taking the corner boost when we don't need it, I like that as well. We're doing a lot of smart things here. Decision making is definitely very reserved, very safe. Moving up on this ball though, I don't know if this is necessary, because it doesn't look like your teammate's going to get there first. I mean, when I see this happening, see, it just took a blue trail hit here. A bit lucky for the other team. Notice what happened here. Orange hit. Now that guy got a glancing blow on the ball here that sped it up. So when we see that happen, it doesn't look like our teammate's going to get that ball anymore. So we should probably just like get back quickly. We did get bumps, but ball came off there. A bit too long for my liking. Still, we're rotating in pretty good lines. We're, trying not to play the ball into opponents, which is good. And this ball we're just too slow. We're not going supersonic, so we could definitely be going faster at this. Don't know if we were waiting for a bounce or what the plan was, but I mean, it looks to me like that guy's going to go for the ball. So if you're also going to go for it, you best be going supersonic. And you did have options here that would have made sense. We could have popped the ball straight to the left because we have backup coming in straight behind us who can rebound. We could try and pop it up high, get a down bounce that we can collect. Anything beating this guy to the ball is good because we could have beaten him to the ball. Okay, it's a bit risky by our teammates. Like, we're already in the corner. Now, yeah, Grimy Savage goes for this, and so does our teammate McNasty. Not sure why that has happened, but now that's resulted in us having nobody in goal. McNasty should be in the goal here, instead of in the corner doing nothing. But we're going to stay here and try and get in the way of the ball as well. Okay, got to stop feathering our boost in these little spots. We didn't need to back off here. In fact, I think backing off here was not the right play. This is taking ourselves out of the game for a long time. Now, if this ball right here was to 50-50 straight up into the ceiling and then into the middle, we're not going to be there in time. So we probably wanted to stay closer to that play so we could actually be relevant in it instead of having to make this huge run forward, which actually gave the opponent time to dribble us. Teammate just took that boost. It's not going to be there. We're definitely feathering our boost too much for no reason. We just tend to tap it every now and then. Now, tapping your boost to make sure you stay supersonic is fine if you are heading towards another 100 or you're constantly heading over small pads. If you're just driving around randomly, probably not the best idea. Okay. So yeah, we should definitely not be turning here as this guy's about to pull the trigger. We have to see that shot coming. It was right in front of us. Gotta keep an eye on those. Oh. And okay, so in this position we probably just want to stay and make sure that our teammate gets this touch, even though it looks like a pretty easy touch for him to make. It's always a chance that he might miss, so yeah, our position there didn't really add anything to the play. We weren't covering him if he would miss. That's good. Could have had a better landing. Oh, it's fallen very well for us though. Very good pass off to the side. Double touch was very wide open there. Oh dear, we ran into our teammate. Bit unfortunate. Okay, let's just try and control this. Ooh, not like that. So yeah, that was definitely less of a controlling touch and more of a center ball touch. In this kind of position, you definitely want to keep the ball nice and low. But yeah, now we've just passed it straight to them. Okay. Decent 50-50. Yeah, you guys all guessing. Grand flat. I'll reveal the rank at the end. Nice touch into the corner again. And very good landing. Thinking about a recovery there was really important. We're doing a lot of things right here strategically. Most of my advice to rank up would be mechanics. Our positioning has been pretty solid actually. Oh, let our guard down there though a little bit. Bit hesitant to go for the ball. Oh, nice. Very good passing. Very good passing. Looks like the range of guesses is anything from Diamond 1 to GC. How long is your replay queue? Big fan. First time ever across here. Hey, Dr. Frankly. Welcome to the stream. The replay queue right now is about 1... Let me just check. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, because 2 people's tier 3 subbed yesterday. It was 17 people in the queue right now. Ooh. Okay. So, same kickoff again. We're getting boosts on the correct side. Turning safely. This is less of a safe turn. Not sure why we went up the wall there. That's a good quick flick. See the challenge potentially coming in. Go for the flicking play. This is, overall a huge net positive for our team. We had a chance to get a good attack going because the other team kind of panicked. Like this touch, got a bit lucky that it just landed on their third. But it looks like McNasty just didn't position in goal properly. Let's take a look at what he's doing. So yeah, if McNasty actually just gets further back here before trying to make the save, this is a really easy save. He tried to save it here instead of here. He should have saved it closer to the goal. Either been in the goal or on the goal line. Sideways on the goal line. Or in the goal facing the play. And that would have been a super easy save. So we were actually a bit low on this ball. Very low. Thought we were going to lose, but it looks like the other guy's kickoff is even lower, so we won. Okay, good rotation. Let's just stick it in the corner maybe. Okay, we didn't really get the bounce that we wanted here. The bounce that we're looking for is much higher. We want to pop this ball like high into the corner if we're going to go for that play. Backboard would have also been perfectly fine here, because the other team keep leaving their backboard open. Now the other option, the third option, is ceiling. Like ceiling is a deceptive bounce as well. If you can just, without jumping, bounce the ball up into the ceiling, then you haven't jumped, so you can actually aerial for it very fast. Pretty good play as well, because yeah, with how we angled this, it just bounced straight into the middle. We would have probably wanted to bounce it off the corner wall to the right hand side of the corner. Oh, old-fashioned aerial with no boost. Not sure about that. It's okay though, the other guy is actually just dribbling the entire pitch in the wrong direction. Okay, big chance here. Let's see if we can get it into the middle. Yep, now let's just recover. Oh, let your teammate go for that. Yeah, so this will be a mistake that a lot of people make in 2v2. And, you know, I'm not saying that there's never a situation where you want to center the ball like this and then fly after it yourself. Because obviously there's going to be positions where you want to do that. But I would ask you to take a look at your own gameplay, especially 2v2. But in this case, 3v3 is the exact same, because we don't have a third man. Our third man is over there bumping a goalie. So we really don't have a third man in this play. When you're the guy in this position, how often, when you go up for this, does the guy who just played it off the wall make another touch that takes you out of the game? Probably very often. Now, how often, when you jump off the wall in 2v2 and try to center it, do you make another touch on the ball and take it away from your teammate who is already up? Probably very often as well. The point I'm trying to get at is this is a less safe play to go for. Earlier on I said that it was a good position to jump off the wall because we were going to land on the back wall. Look at our difference here. Are we landing on the back wall? Are we getting a fast recovery? No, we are not. So this is definitely a play where we should just focus 100% on recovery as soon as we made the touch. Like here, that's fine. Now just lean your car forward and dodge back towards the wall. You might be able to land on it quicker, you know? Just focus 100% on recovery. Let your teammate go. We're centering the ball to him. We're not trying to catch up to this. If you're playing with randoms, you have to assume that teammate's going to go, and you know, if you're the guy in the middle, unfortunately you have to assume that the guy who's jumping off the wall is going to go. You always have to assume, if it's risky, that your teammate is just going to go for the ball, because people always go for the ball in that position. If they're the guy flying off the wall, they're going to go. If they're the guy in the middle waiting for the pass, they're going to go. And boom, double commit, you've just conceded. It's not worth the risk usually. Looks like one thing we could definitely work on is looking out for these touches. This is the second or third time this game where we're playing third man. We're kind of just facing the play and autopiloting around, in this case just driving forward for no reason. And then a touch, like a hard clear that looks pretty obvious to me, just comes our way and takes us out of the game. Like right here, we see the run up. We can see the guy jumping for the ball. And we didn't really react to that by turning around. We just drove forward. So right there we should have turned and gone back to react to this guy lining up his hit. And instead we drove forward, got out of position, made it a little awkward turn, and you know, then have to force to hesitate again. Oh wow, the other team are super overcommitted here. Demo is huge here. Nice. Yeah, demo is, oh, we missed, but yeah, demo was massive there because the goal was essentially wide open. Now in this position, it looks like we've tried to play the ball into the middle to our teammate. Extremely risky play. That is not only an infield pass to your third man, but there's a guy right behind you, and there's a guy right beside you covering the infield pass. Like, look what's happening. There's people covering everything here. In this position, the only safe play is to either look for a safe, like a neutral 50-50, or dribble the ball back into your corner. Luckily, your teammate got there in time. Okay, let's try and control this. Oh, that's not exactly control, but we had the right idea. Whipping the ball was not good execution of a good idea, though. Oh dear, and we have conceded. So let's see what happened here from, first of all, well, we messed up. We just missed the ball in defense. Then Grimy Savage comes out. Not the best challenge I've ever seen. Going on the wall in this position never seems to be the best idea. It's much harder to recover quickly from here with that challenge than it is if we just jump from the ground and then recover on the wall. Much easier, like what I'm saying is it's much easier to jump into the challenge from the ground and recover on the wall than it is to jump into the challenge from the wall and recover on the ground. So probably just stay on the ground here instead of doing this and making it awkward. Then what does McNasty see? He's just going back post. He probably just stays out of the goal again. Yeah. So going into the goal is probably a better place to rotate into so you can actually save a near post shot. Right here, if this guy just shoots near post, goal. Well, if he got there faster, I mean. Yeah, we're just not coming in from goal side. This is the problem here. And I've seen this a few times where McNasty doesn't go into the goal. And he just kind of stays here. Because now look where the ball is coming from and look where we're coming from. Most of the angles we're covering are in fact not the goal. Like we're preventing him from shooting the ball this way. Oh, that doesn't matter if he shoots the ball this way. We're okay with that. The one place we're trying not to let him shoot the ball is near post. So we need to cover the near post more because this is dangerous. This can bounce into the middle. This, not so much. If the ball goes across here, whatever. Don't worry about that. Like we got to get in the goal and cover the near post more. Yeah, we also would have had this if we dodged to the left, but we dodged to the right for some reason. I keep forgetting the buttons. Yeah, Dova got a bit unlucky after the ball bounced into the middle. I mean, this guy just landed on Dova. The one criticism I would have from this play here is it looks like, I mean, I guess you didn't expect that touch either, but yeah, I guess you thought there was that ball was just going to roll more. Maybe it all just happened too fast. That touch there, maybe you didn't see happen, but as soon as that happens, you should just flip left and put it into the corner. Maybe it's just a reaction time thing. Just panicked. What rank is this? Well, you guys can guess in 26 seconds. I'll look at the chat and we can all guess at once. Then I'll reveal the rank. High Plat or Diamond? Oh, careful. That is really bad timing of an arrival. You know, everything up until here on the kickoff was fine, really. Looks like we're trying to do a back right kickoff. We executed it pretty well. Now, if we are doing a back right kickoff, there's not really any point in our teammate cheating. That's a waste of time. Yeah, everything else was okay from us. You know, there's a couple of whiffs happening, but it's fine. And this, I don't agree with, because it's quite clear that Grimy Savage has it, you know? Hey, Cap, thanks for the under 1 viewer host, man. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good stream. Were you playing Heat Seeker like everyone else? If not, then you definitely should. Sick game mode. Super sick game mode. Hey, B-Tech, thanks for the 28-month Twitch Prime. Welcome back. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, Grimy Savage is definitely going for this ball. At least from what I can see. And it's actually better if he goes for the ball. Way better. Like, all Grimy Savage has to do is pop this off the corner wall. We have an open net. So we should just let him go for that. And time our arrival so that we are going to get there after whatever happens here. And if we had just arrived a bit later, even though the guy fire hit the ball, we'd probably be shooting it now. Because we would have been coming in a bit later and shot the ball before this guy could get his second touch on it. Just messed up our timing of our arrival there. He was playing ranked. Boo. Heat Seeker's where it's at. No, don't own goal. Okay. I smell a 0-second goal. 0-second own goal, maybe? Oh, okay. Right, let's get to the end of the game like we usually do. In case we end up reviewing 15-minute overtime. Okay, I need to see how this play develops. Okay, so the ball's just coming at us. We went for the first touch and then the high double. didn't pop as high as we wanted it to. Don't hate the aerial play on that, it's totally fine. This second boost grab was probably unnecessary though, this one. I mean, here, obviously, you had more boost in this and nobody was immediately going to be taking it, but I think now McNasty's looking for that side boost and you took it, see? And now he's still looking for boost because he didn't go for the corner one and you've conceded. So we'll take a look at McNasty's POV here. We might have had some sort of say in this. Oh, he has somehow got 93 boost as well. How does he have this much boost? Wow, this is just insane boost management. He's just not using it at all. I mean, it's sometimes a good idea to accelerate. This is so... he's saving the environment. Look at the little boost he's using. Yeah, pretty clear main issue for McNasty. It is clear as day that he just doesn't go into the goal enough. He always ends up in like these positions where he's not in the goal and he's just kind of at the edge of the box in this area, and then he's like, wait, what do I do? And he gets like, you're really easily bumped in these positions as we just saw here. The ball can end up over your head and your camera will be doing this because the ball's directly over your head and you can't see anything, compared to if you're in the goal. At least you can, you know, look up and see. It's more like this because there's more FOV, so you can see this and what's happening in front of you, compared to here where you literally like can't see anything. Like, there's a big difference between like this and this. That's why one of the reasons why the goal is better, safer from demos, easier to make reads on bounces. The list goes on, but yeah, this like rotation, default rotation where we're kind of just gravitating towards the edge of the box like this, not the best idea. Let's say just pausing here, waiting to see what kind of bounce that is. Not safe either. Just get close to the wall and then it's never gonna go round you. Like whatever bounce happens there, if you're close to the wall, you're fine. It can't go past you on that side, and then you just need to turn one way no matter what. Like if you're next to the wall to your right, then the ball can only ever be in front of you or to your left when it's rolling around this corner, you know? What's the argument in chat right now? Okay, right guys. What rank do you think this is? Before we go into some specifics about this game. That challenge definitely could have been a lot better at the end here. Hitting it sideways into the wall wasn't the best idea. C2, C1, plat 3, D2, C1, D3, C1, plat 2, D2, C2, D2, C1, C2, C1, 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 GC, C3. GC, really? Is it 2000 plus you call silver 4? Well, usually high rated players guess too high, actually. Well, a lot of you got it right, actually. So well done to those of you who did. But this is Champ 1 Division 3, if I'm not mistaken. Champ 1 Division 3, this replay. So a lot of you got that right. Congratulations. Now, as for Dova individually, like I think for our teammate here, McNasty, just getting in the goal is definitely going to be a good idea. The two strategic things to work on that really stood out to me, one of them is just we got to stop hesitating. We hesitated a few times this game. You can't do that in high level Rocket League. If we're going to get into the higher champs, we cannot hesitate at all. We're just going to get beaten to the ball. No hesitation allowed. And number two, when we're third man, we really have to pay close attention to whether or not hard clear is coming. Because if we're like not ready for hard clear when it comes, very bad news. Very, very bad news for our team. They're the two strategic things. But yeah, just the usual stuff mechanically, I would say, is going to be what to drill. We could definitely be hitting the ball harder. We could definitely be moving faster. We could definitely be recovering more quickly. Like just the usual stuff. But yeah, it all goes to free play, really. Just get into free play and try and blast the ball around. See if you can get hard hits. See if you can get fast reads off wall bounces. See if you can improve your mechanical consistency in that regard. Just get moving quickly, get hitting the ball hard, try to read bounces faster than you're comfortable with. The usual. I mean, that's like really the trifecta, free play trifecta. Go for the ball earlier than you usually would, go faster than you usually would, and try and hit the ball as hard as possible. Now, that's mainly for 3v3.
How is Bloomer handling the COVID break? That's what I want to know.
In terms of, sorry, I'll answer that question. I'll answer that in a second before I lose my train of thought. Sorry, Brian. As for control, yeah, we had a couple of touches in the back corner where we kind of lost control or missed. The key to back corner defense in threes is just getting behind the ball and forcing 50-50s. Or kind of dribbling in threes. This is the key. Just focus on 50-50s. Don't focus so much on dribbling 3 people. If you have 3 people in front of you, trying to go for a flick dribble over the first guy, probably not the best idea, even if you might execute it well and get the ball past him. Even flicking the ball over 2 players, probably not the best idea, because the third guy is just going to have a free hit if he's in a decent position. But a 50-50 is really, really a lot harder for them to read. Much less of an investment from your positioning and boosts and everything to get going. So yeah, just really go for more 50-50s, I think. And get good at them. Try to get really good at getting goal side of 50-50s and just blocking the ball really well. Blocking it out to favorable angles. Like, this is the most important aspect of ball control in 3v3 these days. Just forcing 50-50s. Just being good at like gluing yourself behind the ball, making them think that you're going to do something, and then just like baiting them in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't see enough 50-50s, but and just in general mechanical speed and proficiency. But that all comes with time, of course. Overall, though, pretty impressive. Like, strategically. What's the tip for you when you're last man alone in defense, the ball under opponent's control? Well, it really does depend on a lot of things. If you're playing 3v3 and you're the last man in defense, like, depending on the position and how much boost everybody has and how fast the ball is moving, whether or not they're aerialing or dribbling or going for a demo play, like there's so many different situations that could be happening. But the one, well, I guess the 2 keys to look out for in any one of those situations would be, firstly, buy time. Your number one thing that you're going for when you're last man alone in defense against multiple people who are attacking you with ball control is to buy time, whether it's with fake challenges or with shadowing or with trying to neutralize a play in a corner for your teammates to get back. Great, just do all those things. But if the situation ever arises that you think you can make a play and get the ball and actually do something with it, do not hesitate. Because if you hesitate, if you decide, oh, I think I can challenge this guy, and then you realize halfway to the ball, oops, I don't think I'm going to make it, I think he's going to beat me, the right play is almost never to be like, oh, I think I'm going to get there, never mind, I'm going to turn. Like, in no man's land? No, don't turn in no man's land. Like, if you're committed, you're committed. Just go for it. Like, there's no point stopping or hesitating, turning in no man's land. If you're a goalie against a defender and you think, oh, I can go for this, don't be like, oh, never mind, and then we'll just watch him score as you've turned right in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's better to commit to a bad challenge than to back out of a bad challenge and do literally nothing, So those are my 2 pieces of advice. Number 1, buy time. Number 2, if you do see an opening where you can make something happen and you go for it, don't hesitate. Just follow through.